go ahead and call the meeting to order. If you would, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we are grateful tonight to be here to meet and to do the business of this town. Lord, I pray that you would give us wisdom as we make decisions on behalf of our citizens. And Lord, tonight we pray especially for Councilman Dupree and his family who suffered a loss in their family this week. Pray that you would give them traveling mercies and that you would minister to them. Lord, thank you for the men and women who serve around the world, that we might sit here in freedom tonight. I pray that you would bless their families. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. The record reflects that all council members are here, except for Councilman Hickory. We'll move on to the presentation of awards. I've got three folks that would like to speak. If you want to come up first. This award is for a special employee that's been with us at the town for a long time. He helped do a lot of things for the AWB. Put our animal shelter together, just a lot of things across the board. He's decided to go a different direction, and we're definitely going to miss him. I'm going to ask him here in a minute to come up and explain what he's going to be doing, because it's really, the direction he's going to go is really thoughtful, I should say. I'll let him explain that. But I'm going to go and ask these couple of members to come up first. Cheryl Roman to speak on behalf of Ken Lowry. Come on, Ken, come on up. I'm going to go ahead and call the three that I have here. Cheryl, Leah Bickle, and Dolly Rosenberg. You three want to go ahead and come on up, and then I know y'all are going to do this from the citizens forum, but this will be the best time as ever.
When Ken introduced himself to me over 5 years ago, little did he know that he had just met the woman who would drive him crazy. Ken, did you fill up the water bowl? Ken, is the heat on high enough for those kitties? Are the dogs cold? Ken, did you put the big cat in the big cage? Ken, did you give the pink dog the purple pill? Thank you, Mr. Lowry, for putting up with me and all the other assorted volunteers who kept you hopping. Thank you for finding and working with all the rescue groups to save all of our animals, for your fundraising endeavors, and for organizing both the old and the new shelter. But most of all, thank you for being so kind to the animals. They loved you, and so do we. We'll miss you, but wish you so much in your new work. Please come back to see us.
Well, unlike Cheryl, I didn't type anything up. I just wanted you to know that you made my job so easy on the Animal Welfare Board. You had inventive and wonderful new ideas that you put in place, and it just made it so smooth. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you did. And I also want to wish you rich and abundant blessings in your new endeavor. Thank you, Kim.
Like that. When we met, it was very nice because I was, like I say, assistant Brownie leader and a Girl Scout leader, and let the girls go there and help out with the animals and just to, play with them and everything, and just being so nice to be there all the time. And then still try to get them to go once in a while, but of course now they're teenagers. But I got Jessica going back, over there playing with the cats, and of course we don't play with the dogs. But we're going to miss you, and it was wonderful having you. Thank you very much.
Again, on behalf of the town, this is just a certificate of appreciation. You meant a lot more to the town. And I look back and I see your wife back there, and she was always at all of our volunteer events as well, so we're going to miss her, you both. But just a little certificate we wanted to give you. Appreciate it very much. And if you take a minute, just tell the citizens what you're going to be doing, because I think it's really heart-provoking, what you're doing. So that would be great.
I think you can probably hear me without a microphone, but Actually, first I'd like to share with you just one little bitty word. God says in the book of Jeremiah that Jeremiah, he asked him to go see a potter. And he went to see the potter, and the potter was actually molding the clay in his hands. And that clay was actually spoiled. So the potter took it and mixed it all back together and started redoing that clay. And not only did he redo it, but he redid it in a way that was likened to the potter. To me, that's an illustration of me. And God is going to take and doing me that way. And so that's a work in progress. And that work probably, you may not know, but it started a long time ago. And it's in the process now. And I made tons of mistakes. And God takes it and does this, and then he takes it and reforms it. So in that, what I would do is share with you that what, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Denton Freedom House, but the Denton Freedom House is a home for men that have addiction issues. We have in the animal welfare world, we have animals that come in there that are healthy, they look healthy, but they have no home. But we do have some that have issues. And the Animal Welfare Board does what they can to help those animals and then to get them on the recovery process so that they can go to a new home. So Denton Freedom House takes that with men that has issues so that they can go through a healing process. But so many times that's hard to go back into the world because of other people's opinions, or it's hard for the men themselves. So what we are doing, excuse me, is we have created a business called Freedom Enterprises. And in that business, we take the men that have graduated, that are men just like me, that have had issues, because we all have issues, and we take them and provide them an opportunity to go back into the world, and not only to do that, but to be mentored and discipled as they go, and to make money. And then I like to use the chicken and the little chick illustration, and what that is you can think of it as a mother cat and a kitten. The babies are always there wanting to have protection from the mom. So Denton Freedom House and mentoring and discipling people actually give the men a sense of security and protection while they go through that recovery process, and at the same time it helps get them so we can push them out of the nest a little bit. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I have a great friend of mine, Jim Cox. Jim Cox and I work side by side, and we do that with other men. So if you know of anybody that needs any tree trimming or home repairs or lawn service or anything like that, we'd be more than willing to assist you and to serve you. Okay, that's what we're doing. I do appreciate the opportunity for the council and all of the town of Hickory Creek to provide me the opportunity to work here and to learn a lot of different things to advance me on into this arena. Thank you.
Now going to the business assistance form. At this time, any person with business before the council not scheduled on the agenda may speak to the council. No formal action to be taken on these items in the meeting. Jim A.
Can I bring my wife?
Sure.
Sujeen. On behalf of the Lake City Spirit of Christmas, we'd like to thank you guys for bringing me back.
Having you back.
Yeah. Thank you for allowing us to use for the fun run the Public Works Park and all the help that you've provided us. The city's a great city and contributing and helping out wherever they can, however they can.
So we have a t-shirt for everyone, just as a small token of our appreciation for allowing us to use the facility. The Spirit of Christmas, as most of you know, is a nonprofit organization that helps underprivileged children in the area at Christmas time. And we are under great force right now. Lots and lots of children out there that are asking for help this year. So you guys pick up an angel at Walmart and help us out. Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Thank y'all.
Maybe another one? The wrapping party is going to be December 16th. It's called the Taste of the Lake Cities. We've changed the name of it to the Taste of the Lake Cities because of all the restaurants that provide food to the wrapping party. We have some great food there, and I figured we might as well just change the name and identify all the help that we get from them as well. But that's December 16th. What time is the party?
7.
7, okay. Who did I miss on t-shirts? You looking for me to leave?
Thank you, Mr. Disabay. Casey Zant?
Good evening, my name is Casey Zant. I'm here on behalf of Community Waste Disposal. We are the largest privately owned waste and recycle hauler here in DFW, and we've been in business for 27 years. We currently service 14 municipalities across the Metroplex, some of those being the cities of Allen, Briscoe, and Little Elm, along with many more. The reason I'm here tonight, as you probably already know, your current waste agreement is set to expire in October of 2012. And Community Waste Disposal and myself would like nothing more than to have an opportunity to earn your business. I think you'd be very pleased with the wide variety of services we provide to both commercial and residential customers. And I also think you'd be very pleased with our community involvement. One of the really neat ways we get involved is through what we call an extreme green event. And this is an event that we host in your city 1 to 3 times a year where residents can dispose of and recycle the not so common materials laying around their house, like a washer and dryer, tires, household hazardous waste, paints, things of that nature, and we also do paper shredding. So it's a great way to get involved in the community and make sure that those materials are disposed of and recycled properly. So with that said, I really hope Hickory Creek will consider going out for bid, and if so, we'd really like to be included in that process, show you what we're made of, because I truly believe we can save you a significant amount of money when it comes to trash and recycling.
Thank you. Donna Duncan?
Good evening. My name is Donna Duncan. I've been a resident of Hickory Creek for 5 years and a business owner in Hickory Creek for just under a year. The reason that I'm here tonight is to plead the case of the extenuating circumstances of my German Shepherd Stella being held in quarantine. I do understand all of the laws and ordinances that are in place by the state. However, the circumstances surrounding my dog situation is very unique. Someone had thrown a dead carcass into my yard. So there was really no involvement between my dog and this already dead animal, which I cannot prove. So consequently, she is in isolation at the Hickory Creek Animal Shelter, being taken very well care of. I have absolutely no complaints whatsoever, and everyone has been very accommodating. My request and my issue is that having undergone the vaccinations that she is currently undergoing according to law, and the fact that her vaccine is still current, I also understand that this is an annual vaccination in the county. I understand that. But I don't want her to pay for the mistake of somebody else. I really would urge you to please allow her to come home early under any circumstances that you would deem reasonable. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Kay Martin?
Hi, my name is Kay Martin, and I'm here to speak tonight about the Lake Cities Municipal's Utility Authority. I don't know if you've got a little handout there in front of you and stuff like that, and little breakdowns and stuff. And the information that you'll see there, especially on the second page of the graph and stuff, everybody seems to find it's kind of hard to understand, and maybe I could word it a little better, but there's nothing in question about it. All I did was pick up the phone and call Elizabeth and said, what do you charge for your water usage? What do you charge for your sewer? What do you charge if you have meter charges? And that's all that I used for each one of those cities. 6 of those cities use the exact same water source. It's kind of shocking to believe, and that's why I think people want to put something else in there, or something that I've done something. If you look at the last row, the totals there, that for the exact same amount of water, we are the only city that does not average our sewer. The only one of the 8 cities that does not average the sewer.